So sometimes when we're talking about the incredible level of addiction and homelessness, mental health crisis in the city, it reminds me a lot of the AIDS epidemic. I was working from 9 at night to 3 o'clock in the morning doing needles exchange programs. Kids were shooting up a lot of drugs. There was a lot of kids in the sex trade. There was a lot of people who were street involved, and they were all at high risk for HIV. And we had no history on how to deal with a blood-borne virus that was deadly. We mobilized community health centers, we did rapid housing, we set up home supports, the Mount Carmel clinics, the 9 Circles, the K clinics, to get those street outreach programs in place, to get people into appropriate and supportive housing quickly, and to not try to do care in the clinic, but to bring the clinic to people. So we have all the pieces, we've just got to mobilize them. The city doesn't have a lot of responsibility for healthcare, but the mayor and the community together can build the architecture of a plan and put it in front of the other governments and ask them to do their part. The strategy that we need to take, I think, is based on the history and strength of our community health centers. And whether it's Sunshine House or like Mount Carmel, K Clinic, 9 Circles, which was Village Clinic when I worked at it, are some of the leading experts in whole health, in dealing with housing, in dealing with psychosocial supports and mental health issues, and in dealing with addictions and the importance of getting a stable income and a safe place to call home at the end of the day. We've got to trust that community health center, we've got to scale it up, and we've got to build it up. The next piece of this is realizing that people aren't going to come to the clinic. So outreach-based programs with the properly trained staff can do 2 things. One, it will change who's doing the work, that it's not reactive, but it's proactive. It's no longer relying primarily on police officers and firefighters or paramedics even in all cases. It's people who are working as part of a community health response, dealing with the complete needs of the individual. So why is a total care approach important? Because you can't deal with this unless you're dealing with every part of it. If the person's homeless, they're not going to deal with their addiction. If they have addictions, they're not going to be able to be housed properly. If they have mental health issues, that just erodes that. If they don't have stable income, nothing works. The strategy has to be all fronts at all times with everything we have.